So, what is your job, Michaela, please?
So, I am the Director of Quality for the colleges, so I look after all of our 3 sites. Okay, so a little bit about Bishop Burton College. We have around 3,000 students in total, and these vary across a range of qualifications that we offer and different levels. And then our other facility, our bigger campus, which has the majority of our students, is 40 miles north, and obviously we have staff that go across both sites, so we don't lose that consistency. Like I said, £70 million campus development for this site alone. It was about 3 years ago in total, so obviously the growth plan is for this area. And then our students will come into this site. We have great partners, and we have obviously the use of lots of animals to be able to apply the knowledge that students are learning on a daily basis. Okay, so it's not just all about being in the classroom. As you'll see, we have lots of laboratories and so on. For students to get here, we have 5 free bus routes. So students come from all over the county. Some can travel up to an hour and a half in the morning and an hour and a half in an evening to get to the colleges, which is a testament to the students and their drive to succeed within 6 months, which is a real testament to those students. We have 91% success rates for course satisfaction and completion, and 87% of our apprentices succeed whilst still in employment, which is the highest in the region and is well above national average by about 20%.
The soft skills in students, how do you?
So we encompass it in their assessment work, so that whether that's a practical assessment or whether that's a theory assessment, so that might be a written piece. They may have to do a presentation. So part of that presentation, I would assess how they communicate, how they project their voice, are they able to answer questions, are they confident, that kind of thing, as well as the content of the presentation. So that will be an example of how those skills are developed.
The more expressions, the more emotions that are attached to a piece of information, the greater the chance of success of that young person either keeping that information or using that information. Okay, so assuming that they've come through this stage of education, we pick them up here. They'll, as we discussed at the dinner table with some of you, we have good relationships with our schools that deliver to this point here, and some of our schools not so good. Because although this says post-16 education, our learners are with us now until 18, in terms of they're not allowed to be outside of the education circle until they're 18. Some of our schools deliver 16 to 18 provision as well. What we generally find with those is they don't communicate quite as well with us at the college because we compete for the same students. The great part here is, because it still has the apprenticeship label to it, the companies that sponsor the students to do these apprenticeship programs can claim tax relief from the government, and as part of funding the apprenticeships that we've just talked about, any employer who has a £5 million pay bill or higher has to pay a levy, a tax, to the government for apprenticeships. So obviously they don't want to give that back. They don't want to, so they're going to spend it on apprenticeships. So the government are forcing companies to spend their tax money on training, not give it to shareholders or invest it into different places. So it's the government's way of making companies invest in training. Okay, I'll do this quickly. These are tables from 2017, so these are nearly a year or so out of date. In terms of university, top universities in the UK, Cambridge and Oxford, funny old thing, are still up there. You can see that there's Imperial College London, very much in terms of always in the top sort of 5 or 6. University of Lincoln, by the way, just off the table here. It's been rising up just into the teens now, so we're getting there. I was speaking with the Dean the other day, and they're hoping that this year they can push into the top 10. And interesting again, think about the skills agenda piece that we just talked about. We have a real problem with technical skills gaps in here in the UK. So anything around STEM, so science, technology, English and maths.
I send you by email if you want to prepare your mind for the education show. But if you are with the school, you have you are a teacher. Private place for you. Everything is in agenda in different places. Our idea, you are free in the education show, but you can stay in group. But you will decide what are you doing.
And then on Thursday we can present it to you again to see if you all agree as we're speaking on your behalf. But we can also practice the spider web thing on Thursday because we might need more hands. It might be one of those things where it falls down or something. But the idea I've had is, for example, when I'm talking about the Netherlands, on one slide saying about being innovative and the head teacher knowing the skills and talents of their teachers and really nurturing them, I can point to Miriam and Miriam can wave, and then we carry on, and we talk about Poland and Bo can wave, because what we can say to the people at the end is, if you are interested in any of the things we've talked about, please go and speak to them. So if you want to, if you don't already have a business card, if you're happy for people to connect, and that's how Jose Miguel connected to me. I'd finished talking and Jose Miguel went, are you interested in a project? And I gave it, we swapped business cards. So I'm thinking you might want to create, even just type up your name and whatever contact details, because if someone is interested in an art library and they go, wow, that's amazing, they'll go and speak to Miriam after. We'll have to leave our theatre because the next people come. But there's places to stand and talk, and you could give your contact details, and you could give your contact, and I just think that you might form other links. Even people who aren't being mentioned, if you have contact details there, it is an amazing place.
You just don't have contacts there today in the night. You make in a Word.
Yes, and I'll print them out
tomorrow we print it.
Print them out in my school. So to type up whatever you want.
We should bring the flags.
Because you will have at the education show, you will have a badge like this that has a barcode on.
But you can put them.
And but you can't cover it up.
But
so we have to have a sticker, our own sticker.
But in the opposite side.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
You can maybe post in the opposite side.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, all the stickers. Okay?
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay, this is a huge space. You need sometimes to focus. Okay. And we have something we need from you about education show. They are very innovative products. Remember, yesterday in the school, they use a product for assessment.
So then you walk up the precinct, and then sadly you do walk up steep hill, woo, steep hill, to get back up. But you will recognise the yes. precinct area. We came down this way down the hill, and you're coming in that way, and then go up. So along here, cross the road, turn right.
Rachel, are we far away from that bridge? It is the one.
No, you're not. If you go If you go that way and turn left, you'll see the precinct, you'll see it.
Yes.
It'll be nice. The sun is out, people. The sun is out. Please get out.
Tell us to bring sun, remember?
Yes, thank you. I will need your